Diane Keaton broke every rule at age 77 on the Oscars red carpet, wearing a pair of black Palazzo pants that made fashion critics eat their own words. Do you know what her secret was? She completely ignored that cruel lie the fashion industry spreads. Mature women must hide in tight clothing. The truth they do not want you to know is devastating. Wide-leg pants are your secret weapon for effortless elegance. But there is one technical detail that 90% of women get completely wrong. Have you ever noticed how some women seem to glide as they walk, while others look like they are fighting their own clothes? The difference is not age. It is smart choices. If you want to discover the 3 secrets that transform a simple wide-leg pant into a declaration of feminine power, and why celebrity stylists charge fortunes for this information, subscribe to this channel now. Because women who master these techniques never again worry about age-appropriate outfits. They make their own rules. The first secret will shock you. It is about what truly elongates your silhouette. Wide-leg pants as a key piece. Helen Mirren conquered the world at 76 wearing Palazzo pants in cans, but the fashion industry insists on pushing tight leggings onto mature women as if they were the only salvation. So we need to talk about this fashion hypocrisy that convinced you that hiding the body means squeezing it to the point of suffocation. The inconvenient truth is that your body at 60 does not need a prison. It needs intelligent freedom. This happened because decades of marketing made you believe that elegance comes from discomfort. But the reality is that wide-leg pants made from noble fabrics like crepe or viscose create a silhouette that flows with authority. So when you choose a Palazzo pant with a defined waist, you are doing exactly the opposite of what experts recommend. And that is where the brilliance lies. But here comes the twist. Not every wide-leg pant works. That is because most women buy shapeless models in cheap fabric, thinking wide means formless. The result is catastrophic. You look like you are wearing pajamas in public, but when you master the right cuts, the way Katharine Hepburn mastered suits, you are not following trends. You are commanding presence. The next secret reveals why most women get the fabric wrong, and how it can ruin even the most expensive Palazzo in your closet. The 4 deadly sins that turn your wide-leg pants into a circus tent. This happened because someone decided that wide means oversized, but the reality is that there is a fine line between fluid elegance and looking like you stole clothes from the neighborhood giant. So when you pick up that beautiful Palazzo in the store and it turns you into a soft version of Marge Simpson, the problem is not the pants, it is the execution. The first style killer is the wrong size. That is because we confuse comfortable with tent revival meeting. But when the pants swallow you like a fashion anaconda, you are not creating movement. You are creating a walking disaster. The waistband should kiss your body, not suffocate it like a clingy ant. The wrong length is another fashion crime that deserves a life sentence. That is because someone decided that dragging fabric on the ground is chic. But the truth is, you look like you are wearing the dining room curtains. The hem should flirt with your shoe, not be in a long-term relationship with the pavement. The third mistake is pairing Palazzo pants with tops that could house a family of refugees. It is like trying to balance 2 elephants on a seesaw. When you wear an oversized shirt with Palazzo pants, the result is more chic potato sack than Vogue editor. That is because we think volume on volume creates sophistication, but in reality, you end up looking like Oprah Winfrey in the 1990s. The 4th sin is choosing stiff fabrics, as if you were preparing to cosplay a medieval knight. Choosing rigid fabric for Palazzo pants is like doing yoga in armor. Technically possible, but entirely counterproductive. So fluid fabrics are your allies, not your enemies. But wearing wrinkled linen Palazzos to a formal dinner is like showing up in flip-flops to a ceremony. It might be comfortable, but no one will forget it for the right reason. Discover which fabric can completely save or ruin your Palazzo look. The 3 styles that make you look like a CEO disguised as a common mortal. This happened because the fashion industry decided that mature women need special guidelines, as if at 60, you magically lost the ability to choose your own clothes. But the inconvenient truth is that the most powerful styles were designed exactly for bodies that have lived, not for store mannequins with hummingbird metabolisms. The high-waisted Palazzo pant is like having an invisible personal trainer. It elongates your legs while you eat chocolate truffles guilt-free. It is the difference between looking like Michelle Obama at an official event or looking like you borrowed your teenage daughter's pants. That is because someone discovered that a defined waist creates the illusion of infinite legs, but most women still hide in low-rise pants like it is 2003. The straight wide-leg pant with pleats is fashion's analog Photoshop. It sculpts without exposing, like a best friend to your abdomen. That is because pleats create structure where you need it and freedom where you want it. but many women avoid them thinking they are too formal. In truth, it is perfect for real curves, not the airbrushed ones in magazines. Then there is the fluid panacourt, which Martha Stewart wears as if it were a state secret, a strategic length that plays with the ankle without making you look like you cut your pants in the dark. But wearing panacourt with sneakers is like serving champagne in a jelly jar. Technically it works, but it loses all sophistication. That is because this model demands the courage to show skin in an unexpected place. So when paired with pointed shoes, you look like you just discovered the fountain of eternal youth. Discover which palazzo color can add 10 years or subtract a decade from your appearance. Now that you know the right styles, let us talk about what truly separates elegant women from merely well-dressed women. The secret art of not looking like you got dressed in the dark. This happened because someone decided that coordinating means wearing everything the same color, like a sophisticated Teletubby. But the devastating truth is that true balance comes from intelligent contrast. When your flowing pants meet a structured shirt, you are not just creating harmony, you are orchestrating a bodily symphony. The top is where the difference lies between looking like a magazine editor or a Tupperware salesperson. It is like the difference between Anna Wintour walking into a meeting and your neighbor going to the grocery store. Same base, parallel universes of sophistication. That is because unstructured tops over palazzo pants turn you into a chic ghost, but when you choose shirts with vertical seams or mandarin collars, you are building architecture exactly where it matters most. A satin V-neck top acts like liquid makeup. The neckline guides the eye precisely where you want, while other cuts leave you lost inside your own outfit. The wrap blouse is like having a personal stylist sewn into your outfit. It adapts to your body the way Helena Bonham Carter adapts to eccentric characters. That is because the side tie creates a strategic focal point, but most women fear looking like a gift-wrapped package. Master it, and that piece solves more proportion problems than a geometry class. Shoes are where many women commit fashion suicide without realizing it. Round-toe shoes with palazzo pants are like cutting a wedding dress with blunt scissors. Technically possible, but you will regret it in photos. That is because we believe comfort means sneakers with everything, but low-pointed shoes elongate your legs more effectively than any Instagram filter. Pause for a second. Are you paying attention? Because this next point might save looks you thought were beyond saving. And about bags, carrying a giant tote with palazzo pants is like bringing luggage to an intimate dinner. But a burgundy handbag with neutral palazzo pants is like the perfect red lipstick. It turns a basic look into a statement without you having to shout, "Look at me!" But there is one detail about accessories that 99% of women ignore, and it can turn your palazzo from basic to extraordinary. But what is the point of mastering shoes and bags if you wear your perfect palazzo to the wrong place? The secret map that reveals where each palazzo works and where it sabotages you. This happened because someone invented the idea that palazzo pants are versatile for everything, like a fashion Swiss Army knife. But the cruel reality is that wearing the same wide-leg pants to the office and to your cousin's wedding is like serving pizza at a gala dinner. Technically it is food, but you will be remembered for the wrong reasons. The structured palazzo is the queen of the corporate environment. It is like the difference between arriving at a presentation dressed to impress or dressed to apologize. Structured palazzo says, "I am in charge." Overly fluid palazzo whispers, "Ignore me." This happened because it communicates authority without screaming, "Look at me." But if you show up like that at a family barbecue, you will look like Hillary Clinton lost at a country fair. Therefore, context is everything. The same piece that makes you look like a CEO in a meeting turns you into a social alien at the bar. Fluid palazzo works like magic at dinners and social events. This happened because it creates elegant movement as you walk, but in the office it whispers, "Do not take me seriously," louder than a megaphone. The same palazzo that makes you look sophisticated at the Italian restaurant can make you look like that aunt who thinks she is stylish at your mother-in-law's birthday. It is a matter of reading the room. Therefore, every setting has its own nonverbal language, and your outfit must be fluent in that language. And here comes the part no one tells you. Your body type determines whether a palazzo will save or sink you in each situation. A woman with wide hips wearing a straight palazzo is like trying to hide an elephant behind a lamppost, while a rectangular body in a very fluid palazzo becomes an elegant ghost, literally disappears. This happened because pear-shaped bodies need different strategies than rectangular silhouettes, but the industry sells the same model to everyone as if we were Barbie clones. Therefore, women like Viola Davis master this game because they understand that there is no universal piece. There is the right piece for the right body in the right place. Now you already master the secrets that turn a simple wide-leg pant into a personal power statement. Because let us be honest, after 60, pretending that you do not know what you want is a waste of time, and time is a luxury no one should waste with clothes that do not represent you. You learned that the wrong size turns elegance into a circus tent, that incorrect length makes you look like you argued with your seamstress, and that combining volumes is a guaranteed recipe for a fashion disaster. But you also discovered the 3 models that work like magic. The high-waisted palazzo that elongates like an invisible personal trainer, the straight cut with pleats that sculpts without exposing, and the panacourt that Martha Stewart wears like a state secret. The top must counterbalance, not compete. A structured shirt with fluid palazzo is perfect math. Pointed-toe shoes elongate more than any Instagram filter, and a giant handbag with palazzo is about as harmonious as an elephant doing ballet. Your elegance at 60 does not need an instruction manual because you are already the expert of your own life. Every time you dress with intention, you are telling the world, I know exactly who I am. If this video reminded you that style has no expiration date, leave your like and subscribe to the channel. In the comments, write if you agree. Palazzo is my new power. Your next lesson on accessories that elevate any look is waiting for you. See you there!